Learning Simplified. My name is Eric. I'll be taking you through this topic, squares and square roots. And for this lesson, we'll be looking at squares of numbers by multiplication method. So we'll start by looking at multiplication method on decimal numbers. And of course, we'll be going through some sample questions on the same to help us practice, just to see how that is done. And at the end of the lesson, we'll give you some questions to help you practice, just as an assignment. So previously, we did more or less the same thing, but the approach was different. Remember last time we were looking at, like, if you have, just a minute. So what we did in the previous slide, or in the previous lesson, was 1.2 squared is interpreted as 1.2 times 1.2. So we count the number of decimal places. Then we added, like, this is one decimal place, and then we added another one decimal place in this one. So our answer is having two decimal places. So we just multiply 12 by 12, we got 144, and then by inspection we just check where the decimal point is supposed to be, so that we have two decimal places in the answer, and we realize it was here. So the approach for this lesson is going to be different. So what you're going to do is that we have 1.2 squared. So this is going to be, we're going to write this number as a fraction, with the denominator being a power of 10. For example, this is going to be 12 over 10 squared. So when you are talking about squares of whole numbers, you realize that when we have a fraction, both numerator and denominator are squared. So this is going to be 12 over 10 times 12 over 10. So 12 by 12 is 144, and then you divide by 10 by 10. So you multiply the numerators and you also multiply the denominators. So this is division by power of 10, which simply shift the decimal point to the left number of steps or number of places that is equivalent to the number of zeros. So for whole numbers, this is where the decimal point is supposed to be. So if you shift the position here to the left, two steps, we'll have 1, 2. So this is going to be 1.44. Again, we have 0.25 squared. So again, you write this as a fraction with the denominator as power of 10. So this is going to be 25 over 100. This is something that we have looked at before. Again, how to write decimals to fractions, or converting decimals to fractions. So this is squared again. So we square 25, and we also, so this is going to be 25 over 100 by 25 over 100. So if you multiply 25 by 25, what do you get here? So 5 by 5. Remember, both numbers down here will multiply the number up there. So 5 by 5 is 25. 5 carry 2. 5 by 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. So here we multiply by the total value, which is 20. So multiplying by 20, I just multiply by 2 and then I add 0. So what I'll do, I'll add the 0 first. 2 by 5 is 10. 0 carry 1. And 2 by 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So you add the two products, which is 5, 2, 6. So what we have here is 625, and 100 by 100 is 10,000. So again, the decimal point will just shift to the left number of steps that is equivalent to number of zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is a decimal point. So what that means is that 0.25 squared, which is 25 over 100 squared, which is 25 over 100 times 25 over 100 is equals to 625 over 10,000, which is equals to 0.0625. Again, you have 0.37 squared. So this is going to be again 37 over 100. The number of decimal places here, 2. So you use 2 zeros here. Squared, which is 37 over 100 by 37 over 100. So again, 37 by 37. So 37 by 37. So 7 by 7 is 49. 9 carry 4. 7 by 3 is 21 plus 4 is 25. Multiplying by 3, I'll use the total value of 3, which is 30. So multiplying by 3 and then we add 0. So I'll add the 0 first. So 3 by 7 is 21. 1 carry 2. 3 by 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11. So I fill up the spaces left using zeros. Then you add the two products. So we have 9, 6, 3, 1. So it means this is going to be 1369. And then 100 by 100 is 10,000. So again, the decimal point will move to the left. Number of steps equal to number of zeros down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where the decimal point will be. So what it means is that 0.37 squared, which is 37 over 100 squared, which is equals to 37 over 100 times 37 over 100 should be equal to 1369 over 10,000. That is 0.1369. So the same approach is used here. So we have 1.4 squared. So this is going to be 14 over 10 squared, which is equals to 14 over 10 times 14 over 10. So this is going to be 14 by 14 over 10 by 10. So you multiply the denominators and you multiply the numerators. So if you multiply 14 by 14, again we have 14 multiplied by 14. 4 by 4 is 16. 6 carry 1. 4 by 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Now multiplying by 1 here, I'll multiply by the total value of 1, which is 10. So multiplying by 10, again I multiply by 1 and then I add 0. So I'll add the 0 first. So 1 by 4 is 4 and 1 by 1 is 1. So you fill up the spaces left using zeros. Add the two products. So 0 plus 6 is 6, 5 plus 4 is 9, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So 14 by 14 is 196. So this is 196 over 10 by 10 is 100. So the decimal point should move 2 steps to the left. So what that means is that 1.4 squared, which is equals to 14 over 10, squared, which is equals to 14 over 10, times 14 over 10, which is equals to 14 by 14 over 10 by 10, should be equal to 196 over 100. This should be equal to 1.96. So again, you have 0.025 squared. So the approach is still the same. This one will be 25 over 1000. So squared. So that is 25 over 1000 times 25 over 1000, which is 25 by 25 over 1000 times 1000. So 25 by 25. So each digit down here multiplies all the digit up there. So 5 by 5 is 25. 5 carry 2. 5 by 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. Multiplying by 2, I'll use the total value of 2, which is 20. So multiplying by 20 again, I multiply by 2 and then I add 0. So what I'll do, add the 0 first. So 2 by 5 is 10. 0 carry 1. And 2 by 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Now add the two products. So 5, 2, 6. So now 25 by 25 is 625. And then 1,000 by 1,000 is 1 million. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to add 3 zeros here before the decimal point. So it means 0.25 squared, which is 25 over 1,000, which is 25 over 1,000 times 25 over 1,000, which is equals to 625 over a million, should be equal to 0.000. How many zeros are there here? 3. 625. So again, I have 0.0037 squared. So the approach is still the same. 37 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10,000 squared, which is again 37 over 10,000 times 37 again over 10,000. So you multiply 37 by 37. So 37 by 37, 7 by 7 is 49, 9 carry 4. 7 by 3 is 21 plus 4 is 25. Multiplying by 3, I'll use the total value of 3, which is 30. Multiplying by 30 is multiplying by 3, and then you add 0. So the 0 is what I will add first. So 3 by 7 is 21, 1 carry 2, 3 by 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11. Fill up the spaces left using zeros. So we have 9, 6, 3, 1. So 1369. So 37 by 37 is 1369, 1369. You divide by, this one is going to be 100 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are going to be 8 zeros. So again, the decimal point will move to the left 8 steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many zeros are these? So we need to add 4 zeros. So that is solving the problem. Answering the question now, we have 0.0037, which is 37 over 10,000 times 37 over 10,000. So 37 by 37 is 1,369. This one is going to be 100 million. That is 10,000 by 10,000. And the answer is going to be 0.0000, 4 zeros, 1369. That is what you have seen up here. So that is all. We have some questions here to help you practice on the same thing, how we can use multiplication method to help us find the squares of decimal numbers. So until next time, goodbye.